Well, another day, another League of Legends personality exposed for being a horrible person behind the scenes. The most recent one we had was Kokilol back in March of 2023, I think it was, or maybe like early summer. But now we have PantsAreDragon being exposed for horrible behavior while interacting with a fan that delves into some fucked up shit that we'll get into. So we got this tweet by Love Lindsay, which wrote, "My experience with PantsAreDragon, hashtag League Twitter." I don't know why she included that, but it's a bit funny that she had to do that. Regardless, she posted a document that was 44 pages long, and basically it's about PantsAreDragon and her experience with PantsAreDragon. So she writes, "Read the entire doc, please." Okay, I want to keep this short and simple, however, I'll try to explain things as clearly as possible. I have talked to PantsAreDragon since April 2023 when I won a skin code giveaway from his tweet. He sent me the code, then immediately started showing interest in me. I was honestly quite surprised and enjoyed the attention. I started to talk because I thought I may have found a new friend. Now, I have looked through this document and I'm gonna be honest, I'm very surprised that this woman actually decided to post this document, because while PantsAreDragon looks bad for him, it also looks bad for her. I mean, we'll get more into that later, but just keep that in mind. What's also important to look at, she made some follow-up tweets. She wrote, "Please read the entire thing, the bottom is the most important part. Okay, if he wants to play the It's Photoshop game, please look at these screenshots too. These were on my phone the day it happened. Also, I'm never saying I'm amazed, wow, oh my god, feel bad for me or anything. I am mentally ill too, but the only point is I am not a PDF file." And then she links tweets and also video footage. Okay, anyway, so we won't get through the whole document, but let's look at some funny parts. So at the first we will see that she wins a skin code giveaway, and then he writes, "No problem, I also like your pics. Oh, thanks, I like your profile picture, it's funny." And then she writes some more stuff, and then he writes, "Haha, thank you, you got more pictures." So he looked through her profile, he liked what he saw, I guess, and then he's basically like throughout the interactions with this girl, like he's basically just complimenting her while also obnoxiously asking for more pictures, and it's just like very dry robotic texting that's just like horror posting, I guess. And what's weird about this is that she's always catering to him, like she's always like following up or trying to get his attention, even though it's like a fucking dead in the water type of thing. Note I had hashtag cumslap on one of my posts as a joke. It was too selfish and I did it for interactions. Okay, sad face, what's up? Hashtag cumslut. Okay, I was kind of confused why he would bring it up and ask, but never got a real answer. I then tried to change the conversation because it was a bit odd. When we talked shortly and he asked me to add him on Discord, which I thought would be a good thing. And then, I mean, this is clearly just a fan who wants to, who likes the attention from PantsAreDragon. I mean, he's a famous guy or whatever. So she continued with this, but here's where it gets weird. The Discord message, like the Twitter thing wasn't even anything bad. Like I'm sure you have nothing. This is also very important. She writes, "Now another note. I'm pretty sure around the time I added his Discord was when the whole cookie lol thing happened. Also, I believe 90% of our conversations on Discord revolved me talking about League or him asking for pictures. I swear he didn't even want to talk to me, ... He's obviously memeing about the cookie lol thing, which is fine, I guess, but it's it gets too much at some point. It's just like weird. You know, one of those guys on some Discord server you're a part of that just recites memes all the time or something like this. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but it's kind of like that. It's just like it's just weird and obnoxious. So he writes, "Fucking set profile picture, set flash alt," which comes from the Kokilol meme. He's asking for the picture, and then where picture, nice pics, I like them, that's how I like them, set flash alt. I don't know why he write that. Like if you see, he basically asking for pictures all the time, and then he's like weirdly writing hashtag cumsel, hashtag NSF Twitter. I mean, it just shows that his behavior is just weird, to say the least, in terms of that he's just being rude, and it's very obvious that what he wants in the conversation. So from the female perspective, you should not probably continue the conversation, because the guy is just obviously out there for the sexual stuff. Now this is important. He finally asked what my age was. How old are you? 18. Why? How old are you? About 25. Lol. After this, we just talked for a while like genius friends would. He asked for a pics for a few times and I just ignored it. So this goes on for a while, and she actually continues to interact with him. Also in the sense that she's also sending pictures to him, because that's like what he's asking for all the time. It's just weird, like this is going on while the cookie lol stuff. So he should be aware that doing this stuff is bad, because he probably like looked at the drama like in depth. And then she sends a pictures of herself. I mean, it looks like a selfie. Why are you trying to set flash ult me? Look at this photo, it's so bad. No, this image I sent him, I was underage, and said it was several years old photo. And then she asks, are you cookie lol? And then he writes lol cookie. And he just keeps memeing this. I don't understand this. Why the fuck is he keep memeing this? Like, what the fuck said has old? Like, I don't understand. Like, she's even writing it. Stop being annoying. Speak clearly. You're acting like an NPC, dude. After this, we just talked for a while like friends. Then randomly while we were talking, he sent this. What? Yeah, pretty best to the fancy but and flash ult team since like. I mean, he keeps on memeing the set thing, and then she also keeps asking him like why he's saying this stuff, and then asking me if he's like cosplaying cookie lol. So he says he likes this, he likes some of the pictures. I mean, it's not anything crazy, it's just more obnoxious behavior from him, and they start talking a lot less. Like she says, if you see that she keeps DMing him, like even though he's so obnoxious and so weird and just asking her for pictures, not even having a normal conversation, she keeps responding to her. And yeah, you can see that she keeps typing and she wants his attention basically. Another funny thing is that she writes, see, you don't even respond to what I said, you just type AI random auto response every time. And then he writes, hi, I am Bobot, beep book beep 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 friends uvu. You still didn't answer me though, so mean, I don't know, send pics. After this, we just had a random conversation for a while. A lot of him was asking for pics. I told him he should just be my sugar daddy at the point, but he said no, lol. Eventually I removed him. I ended up adding him back around mid-December. We didn't talk a ton, skip forward, and now this is in January. Even though it's been months later, I don't really think there's a real problem with asking for pics like this, but I don't really see why we could just not have normal conversations. He always wanted it to end up with him getting pictures. And then, but this picture is also, as she says, I again said it was old. Obviously this was before I was 18. This is like 4 years ago, maybe 5, I don't know. Are you happy now? I sent one, hi 6, I'm mildly happy. I've seen this already, I've seen this pic already. Now again, months later, he's asking if I'm a virgin randomly. Are you a virgin? He's basically complaining that she's not being entertaining because she's not sending pictures, I guess. And then she sends a picture of herself. I don't know how old she is here. And then he writes, oh wow, that's what I'm talking about. Nice dudes. Blah blah blah. Asking for a while, he's still asking for pictures. I asked him to boost me, and he asked if I'd suck his dick. Then it got a little weird because he started asking me about it. Yeah, so I mean, it just keeps going for a while. I mean, it's I don't know why she included this, because I feel like she made a point already, but I mean, it's whatever, I guess. Whatever makes you get over 40 pages, I guess. Now this is where it gets more like grim when it comes to PantsAreDragon. Sorry, I was lonely, I wanted to talk to someone. Meow, pigs. What type? Like explicit? Yeah, sure. Give me gum. I don't know what he means by that. Oh, I haven't taken it in any years. It's not really something I go do. Lol, are you streaming soon? What are you doing? I was kind of sold that he wanted to see explicit pictures after talking to me, maybe a total of 30 different occasions ever. It seemed really off. At this point, I was kind of disgusted and wanted to just figure out his intentions. I lied about what I was going to send him, and I did not send him explicit pictures of myself. I did say that they were my old explicit pictures, meaning underage, but I just sent him random Reddit explicit pictures of people that are of age. Full Discord screenshot included, so you can see it is actually his profile. She writes, okay, so she writes that maybe at a club. Oh, nice. Add me on League. Also, what is it in it for me if I send? Do you still want them even though they're old pictures? Yes, I do. And then she writes, it's 4 years old. I guess you can have it if you want. When are you streaming? So give me it. I like it. I don't know, tomorrow or 1 hour. Give me it. So this is the problem here, is that she's 18. He knows that she's 18, but then she's basically asking if he wants to see underage explicit pictures of herself to him, and he's like, yeah, I do. I don't know, like he's just being very like one-liners basically. Like you can just see it in his text all over the place. So she sends a picture, which I guess is from Reddit, which is not actually her, and it's of someone that is of age. And then I sent some random cat gifs to get the explicit picture of my screen because I really didn't want to look at it. And then he writes, whoa, hey sexy. And then he writes, wanna call later? Show me the 2 old ones. Yeah, I wanna see. Yes, I wanna see. I wanna edge tonight. Gimme. Also, we're calling. I'm horny because of you. Send more explicit pictures. Okay, send more explicit pictures. It just keeps on going. And I mean, this is where it gets wrong, because he even says, I wanna see the old ones. Give me the old ones. So it's before 18, and I mean, this is like the dark stuff, obviously. The old video or the picture, both. And then it's still old stuff, right? And then, yeah, it's before she was 18. But I mean, this is probably not her, as you said. Note, he did delete asking about sex, and when he asked how old I was again, plus more, this is why I asked how old he was. He read me saying I was 15 in these explicit pictures that he thought were mine, and I still wanted to see them and more. She keeps sending pictures, that's hot, any more ass pics. So the conversation after this kind of fizzles out. I think this was from today or yesterday, like prior to when she made this document. As you see, it says yesterday, and I guess like she got disgusted by this. Oh yeah, so after this I was so disgusted that I removed him on Discord and stopped talking completely. I'm not out to get him or attack him, I'm just extremely disgusted with his behavior and cannot be considered okay. I'm sharing this just to show my experience with him and inform others of this behavior. I don't believe that's asking to see any underage nudity is okay. That is horrific and absolutely disgusting. I don't think this type of person should be held in high in any community. This needs to change and get help. There's no way to justify these actions. That's why I sent him explicit pictures that were not me and were of legal age people. I lied to him and said that they were me when I was 15. The last thing he said to me was still asking for more. Correct, I'm 19, but I was claiming the explicit pictures were 4-year-old and he still asked me for them. He asked for more, oh well, and now he's making fun of everything. Cool. So I had a look at this document yesterday and she added this stuff. I mean, you also have this funny clip from Nick who reads through the document himself and then he complains about the woman.
Yo, I don't want to victim blame, but why is this girl replying to him, man? He has said nothing but send flash all your pussy and send pic. Why is she replying to a 30-year-old man, bro? I don't want to victim blame, but what the fuck am I reading, bro? I am on page number 17. I'm on page 17, bro. He hasn't said anything else.
So there is obviously some aftermath to this. PantsAreDragon responded to this, and his main defense was calling people retarded for believing her and that she was over the age while she was sending underage explicit pictures of herself. And to top it all, some of it is Photoshop, and it makes you curious to what is Photoshopped and if you can prove that. You also have this picture from Pulks who write, guys, he's only half guilty, and it comes from his league account. Love Lindsay on Twitter made a tweet longer about how you were asking for a 15-year-old's explicit pictures. 46-page document. Is this true? Nope, lol. Only half. Only half. One half true. I don't know which half. Is half any good? Like, this is the... I mean, I don't understand. Like, I don't know. It doesn't seem like he cares at all. I mean, I also scoured his VOD, and this is what he had to say about, like, addressing the whole thing.
Dude, I don't give a fuck. It doesn't do anything. Oh, whatever. I don't really give a fuck. Look, she's over the age. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't be a retard. That's all I'm gonna say. You guys are just complete retards. No, the allegations aren't true. You guys are so fucking stupid. Like, literally, some of it are photoshopped, and it's crazy. Like, literally, some of it are photoshopped, and it's crazy. Look, I'm just gonna say, whatever is, like, it's photoshopped, like, what it was like, okay, that's it. I'm just gonna say it's photoshopped, okay? And I will say, she's over the age, okay? She's over the age.
And what's important to note is that Lindsay also did prove that these pictures are real. Because yeah, he, like, PantsAreDragon have a point that you can fake Discord DMs pretty easy, but with this like video recording, it makes it more credible because it's on the Discord app rather than done on, like, you can go, as far as I'm concerned, you can go on the Discord browser and then like F11 inspect element, and then you can change people's DMs. But showing it like this, that like Lindsay's doing, it proves more authenticity. He actually streamed while this all was going on, and there was like some very funny moments that happened. You would have Nick subscribing, and you would also have Sancho is subscribing, and also Hashinshin alt account. He also proceeded to lock in Annie bot lane, and he just proceeded to run it down basically, and it was all just to play into this stuff or make fun of the situation. And there was another instance in the stream where his friend Snowbird asked him if this was real while he was playing Annie and running it down.
I got a flash.
So Twitter of course gets on fire when these things happens, and we're probably gonna see this for a few days. Hancock, Hums, and Drutu jumping on this train to ridiculous such weird behavior. So eventually PantsAreDragon actually responded to all of this, and he did it with a response video, and he also linked the document that he was using in the video if you ever wanted to like look at it. He basically showed that the woman leaking this was somewhat obsessed with him, but in regards to confirming that he wanted the underage explicit pictures of the woman, his defense was that she was 22 years somehow, which was very convenient since 22 minus 4 is right on 18. The main issue with this defense point is that it makes zero sense, as she never indicated she was above the age of even 20. She explicitly stated that she was 18, and then a few months had gone by before their second interaction. But just because a few months had gone by, one doesn't magically age by 4 years. I mean, everyone is capable of discerning this. You just don't forget that, especially when you're a 29-year-old guy who's talking to a borderline legal adult. And just so you know, that PantsAreDragon confirmed that he knew her age 2 times, one by asking her, and then the other one is when she asked him if he knows her age, which he confirmed by saying 18. So there's no way he actually forgot this. So PantsAreDragon actually got confronted about this fact, primarily on Twitter by a user named L9FriendlyStyle on Twitter, where the interaction went like this. You have PantsAreDragon's response video, and then you have Mike Ermentrout, which says, "Your defense is, I thought she was 22 years old. You just thought that she was 22 after she said she was 18 XD. Pants says, "Are you retarded? There's a 8-month gap and I don't give two fucks about her and forgot her, question mark." You can't really get a better response than that, guys, by attacking the guy who's asking a question and then providing an irrelevant fact that he doesn't give a fuck about her. So this is where L9FriendlyStyle actually gets involved. He says 18, 19, 22, whatever, and then Zanny face. He also quote retweets this clip of PantsAreDragon inserting that she is randomly 22 years old.
Here's the thing. Okay, here it is. So she's leaving this big thing out. We're calling out, or unless you don't respond in 30 seconds, I'm calling someone else. So sorry, but I'm in bed now. You're calling. I'll call later. Earlier, I did this. You did not answer. Good night though. Send a pic, then question mark, like a pic of you. Why do you want to see a picture of me? Because you're hot. Okay. So like at this point, I think she's 22 or she's 18, 19, whatever. But in my head, I think she's 22.
But it doesn't make logically sense, or this age doesn't come from anywhere within reason. Another Twitter user sarcastically said that he cleared it all up here, it's fine, by linking a segment of his VOD where he rants about e-girls online. But regardless, then L9FriendlyStyle gets back on track and asks, "I literally watched the full context and I still cannot understand how you assume she was 22 years old, or maybe 18 or 19, I don't know, whatever." Which is like exactly what he said in the quote. PantsAreDragon then tries to explain by saying, "Bruh, I assumed that she was 22 years old, like it's 7 months. You want me to remember your mom's age too? Why should I? She's a random and your mom's a random too, and who the fuck would send underage nudes? If she's 22 years old or 19, she knows what she's doing." L9 then says, "If you assume she was 22 or 19, why would you accept nudes of her from 4 years ago? All this could have been solved with one simple, are the explicit pictures from when you were of age, question. But you didn't ask this. You knew that she was like 19, like you assumed they would be from when she was 15. And then Pants weirdly says, "If she's 22, then she is 18, and if she's 19, then oh, I said I thought 7 months time skip, she was 22, but who the fuck would give cheese pizza? It never crossed my mind. I knew she was 18 2023, but in 2024 I didn't talk for 7 months, so I guess that's a randomly online person gone, GG, I forget." And then L9 says, "If I forgot was a valid excuse, then all PDFs in the world would run free." I also make an input here since L9FriendlyStyle didn't really say this, and I essentially said that he knows her age well by confirming 2 times that he knew her age, and you don't magically grow by 4 years after 7 months have gone by. L9 concludes by saying, "If I was 29 and I discovered a girl I was talking to was 18, that shit would burn in my memory like a branding iron." And then you had also this other guy who replied to my tweet, which he mentioned something of interest or validity to this case. Another interesting thing about this in the aftermath is that LS and Solarbacca went on stream to cover the situation. And why they did that is basically because the woman who made the document in the first place actually contacted LS through Twitter and asked him to cover the situation, and he also asked him for help. LS and Solarbacca both agreed that he was cooked, and they also, however, noted some time discrepancies that basically hinted towards her pedo baiting PantsAreDragon. While this can be true, PantsAreDragon went straight on the bait as well, and he showed PDF tendencies. Now, it's not 100% certain whether she was intentionally pedo baiting. Also, PantsAreDragon really showed how she really wants his attention, even though he is being the driest NPC ever. ever in the DMs. And through this, I really can't imagine how someone goes through this length to pedobait someone, but maybe at the end she had a change of heart after she got disgusted. I don't know, who the fuck knows at this point. She also went full on depressed mode on Twitter, saying she will delete her account in 14 days, which probably is the case as she has gone radio silent and there's a few days remaining, and she also said that she's completely off socials now. But yeah, in the end, PantsAreDragon is cooked from this. All in all, I kinda did dislike PantsAreDragon because I always had the impression that he was at a stagnant period in his life and not knowing what to do basically. Most of the time when he streams, he just sits there and is react-Andy without the reaction part, just mindlessly watching stuff without any input. And you also have to consider that he's an 800,000 subscriber dude and barely he even gets 10k views on his videos. You can see that there is something wrong with his content or motivation there.